Goldman Sachs is taking another step to repair its reputation. Today, the company is going to be releasing details on how and where it makes its money. With us now on the phone is our friend and Bloomberg contributing editor, Bill Cohan. Bill is the author of House of Cards, and he is currently writing a book on Goldman. Bill, always glad to have you with us. Thanks for joining us this morning. So do you think there is real change here, Bill, or is this just another PR stunt?
Deirdre, real change takes a long time, and I think this is mostly PR. I don't want to be too cynical about it, but I think it's mostly PR. I mean, first of all, you have to remember the circumstances under which it came. I mean, Goldman is the firm that came through the crisis the best of everyone and then got tagged with a PR disaster through much of last year. And out of that PR problem came this internal committee. Remember, it's an internal committee that's writing this report. There's no one from the outside. It's non-binding. Let's do what we can to reflect on what happened. Can we do things better? And I think there's plenty in this report that are going to give people things to think about, saying, okay, Goldman has taken steps to do things better. We're going to try to open up our reporting a little bit, report few more business lines as opposed to lumping everything together. That's nice. They're going to, be more reflective about things that they write in email. I think that's particularly amusing, that they're going to not allow their bankers and traders to write about a deal for 30 days until after it's passed.
Which is really, Bill, we know, just controlling the message. That doesn't really change the work that's being done. It's just basically limiting their exposure to the press. I mean, we know there are...
And legally, once lawyers or the Congress goes and digging through their emails years later.
Yeah, that's a good point. 39 changes, we know. I mean, some of its harshest critics, Goldman's harshest critics, have called for an overhaul of management, an overhaul of operations, and it seems like there is nothing of either of those two things in this report.
It's frankly, to be fair to Lloyd, I mean, it's not really warranted. I mean, Goldman came through this crisis in the best shape of all financially. It's still making money.
Which almost started the problem, right?
It's not Goldman. I mean, I think the most interesting thing that I read about all this is Lloyd's statement that he reportedly made to the collection of 470 partners in Stanford, where he said, our history of good performance through the crisis became a liability as people wondered how we performed so well and whether we received favorable treatment from well-placed alumni. This was not only a poor place to be, it was a dangerous place to be. He's right about that. He's right about that. And if this report can do anything to sort of tamp down that criticism, then it's worth it.
Bill, since we're talking about Lloyd Blankfein, I mean, some people have said he should give up the chairmanship spot, hold on to the CEO spot. What do you make of that? Would that be a final PR coup helping Goldman Sachs' image?
Well, I think Deirdre, they put that to a vote of their shareholders at the last annual meeting last May or whatever when this committee was formed, and shareholders rejected that overwhelmingly. I mean, yes, it would be a PR stunt. Yes, it probably would help Lloyd, but I think that the best thing they can do is just stay out of the headlines, go back to doing their business. Look at doing the deal like they did with DuPont and Danisco yesterday, where they're financing it. They're probably providing M&A advice as well. I mean, that's what they need to do, get back to their business. And, I think that,
just work.
it's tough to stay out of the headlines, but, there are things they could do. This report is part of it, but it's more PR than substance, I'm afraid.
Bill, thanks as always. Bloomberg contributing editor and author Bill Cohan joining us there. As you just heard him say, more style than substance to the proposed changes for Goldman Sachs.